Hi there, it's Simon Gray from Career Codex, and I'm in the office today doing a quick video on the 6 letters that can change your life. That's right, the 6 letters that can change your life. The sun is shining, you see that shining through the window. It's a beautiful day here in the UK, and really if you adopt those 6 letters, you have an opportunity to move forward, whether it be in job search or in business, to attain a better future and a better outcome. And those 6 letters, you're probably wondering, are action, A-C-T-I-O-N. And been talking about action this morning, just finished coaching one of my executive edge clients. He's been on the program for 2.5 months, and we've got to the end of the program. And one of the reasons that this guy has done so well on the program is because he turned up and played the game. He was prepared to take action, an action that he'd not previously done, to get new results. Because if we do what we've always done, we're going to get the same results. There's only one way to get new results, and that's by taking different action and taking different action consistently. So let me walk you through those 6 letters. And the first letter, A, is for act. Act. You've got to do something. Although it can be quite difficult to take new steps, you've got to take that first step. You've just got to get out there and do it. And for many, we all talk about, I've got this idea, that idea. I want to do this, I want to do that. The language is a clue. I want to rather than I will. You've got to think about actually doing it. So I will do this, I will go there, I will try this, I will try that. And once you start to act and use your words to empower that action, then you've got a chance of getting a result. The next letter is C, which is confidence. So I talked about doing something new, and of course that requires a level of confidence. And for me, confidence is about 2 things. The first thing is preparation. So you prepare as best you can. And in the job market, of course, people are nervous of interviews. So one of the things I encourage my clients to do and show them how to do is to prepare like nobody else for interview, which builds confidence. But preparation will only get you so far. You then have to actually get going and do it, which links back to act. So the experience of actually doing something builds confidence for the future, in effectively doing this thing. And the example I use here is public speaking. I used to be terrified of public speaking. You'd never catch me on a camera doing this, that's for sure. But I prepared, I got some training, got some development, I prepared properly, and then I just got on and did it. And the first time wasn't the best time, the second time wasn't the best time, but it was better than the first. And gradually as I moved forward, I got better and better and better. And I learned from the experience and fed that experience back through the feedback loop to get better at what I was trying to achieve. So the next letter, T, is for time. You've got to dedicate time to take action. So on the Executive Edge program, this runs over a 3-month period, and the reason for that is there's time in between the sessions for my clients to go out there and take action. You've got to dedicate time, you've got to dedicate consistent time. And my advice here is, if you're doing a new pursuit, a new activity, doing something different that steps you out of your comfort zone, do it at the same time, because then you start to build a habit. So whether that be first thing in the morning, whether it be last thing at night, whether it be the middle of the day, it doesn't matter. But if you do it consistently at a specific time, you'll build a habit for the future. And when I trained in Japan, I did this martial arts course with the Tokyo Riot Police in Aikido. It's called the Senshusei program. For 11 months, I had to get up at 5:20 in the morning. For the first couple of weeks, it was horrendous. It was so difficult. But week 3 onwards, because I'd set my alarm clock and built that habit by doing something at the same time, it was absolutely easy to get up. So no problem at all. So it's about consistency and habit forming. So what do we get to? We've done A, C, T. I, inspiration. Now, I struggle to get really behind anything that doesn't inspire me. I have to be inspired by something to take action. My business Career Codex was born out of inspiration. It was born out of my 10 years experience in the recruitment industry and my desire to help people and share my knowledge to help people navigate the job market successfully based on the knowledge I'd acquired over that period of time. And that inspires me each and every day, and that keeps me turning up, getting up early, working hard, and taking consistent action to move my business forwards. Now, some people might say, well, that, you're lucky. Well, actual fact, I spent a lot of time preparing for this, and it was about deliberate action in the early days to get the business off the ground. It was about deliberate action, it was about having a plan, it was about then moving forward with that plan to take that action and create this business that I work into today. And those of you who know what Pokemon Go is, this is the game that's the massive craze that's out there. I read an article that the guy who invented it was interviewed, and people think this is an overnight success. And he said in the interview, well, yeah, of course, it's an overnight success, but it's been 10 years in the planning. So really there is no such thing as an overnight success. It was about diligent and consistent action for that 10-year period, and some failures along the way, if you read the article, to get to a game that's worth millions and millions of pounds now, and has reached across the globe and around the globe again. So it's all about taking action and doing it on a consistent basis. O is for ownership. You have to own your journey. You have to own your results. On the Executive Edge program, one of the first things we talk about is personal responsibility. That you're responsible and you alone are responsible for your success or failure in the job market. As soon as you share responsibility, you share ownership and you share accountability, and you give yourself an out. You give yourself an opportunity to get off the hook. Well, it wasn't me. Somebody else could have done it. Well, once it's down to you and you alone, you've got to have personal responsibility for that. And whether you succeed or fail is entirely down to you. One of the things I see in business, when you have organizations that have a team and they share responsibility throughout the team without clear reporting lines as to who's actually accountable, then it's confusing, and it can lead to procrastination, indecision, and things not actually happening. So if you decide you're going to do something, you have to take personal responsibility for doing it, and then you're on the hook if it doesn't happen, you and nobody else. So personal responsibility is key. And personal responsibility, if you take personal responsibility, you have the opportunity to take in the feedback, and if you get consistent feedback that informs the decision to move forwards, it's your responsibility to slightly tweak the track to improve your performance, to move forward in the right way. Okay, so we talked about ownership. So the last one is now. The time is now. Whatever it is you want to do, whether it be to find a new opportunity, advance your career, start a business, whatever it is, you have to start now. If you wait until tonight, tomorrow, the next day, a week, a month hence, well, that month, that week, whatever, becomes a year, becomes 2 years, becomes 3 years, and you never do it. So in actual fact, it's not today, it's actually right now, right this minute, to take a step forward in the right direction. Because once you start to take a little step, and you take those little steps consistently, those little steps turn into big steps and big achievements. And there's something I talk about. You can have a look at this online. Do a Google search, something called the Eisenhower Principle, about spending your activity doing 4 types of activity each and every day. Most of us spend the time doing the things we perhaps shouldn't be doing. But in actual fact, if you spend your time doing the 2 things that the Eisenhower Principle recommends, at least part of the time each and every day, you advance your career and advance your business in the right way moving forward. And let me give you a real life example, because I procrastinate. I just catch myself now. We're humans, we procrastinate, we're built to do that. We're good at the self-talk, which tends to be negative. And I procrastinated for quite a period of time about writing my 3rd book. So I've got 2 books published. I knew I needed to write this 3rd book. I knew there was an audience for it, and I knew I had a lot of stuff to give to that audience. But I procrastinated. And the reason I did it is because I know how hard it is to write a book, because I've done it twice before. It's not just the writing, it's the proofreading, it's the formatting, it's the publishing, and then it's the promotion. So even when you write a book, you're not guaranteed to sell any copies. You've got to promote it in the right way. So I just put it off, and I didn't do it. And about 6 months ago, I decided, do you know what? Enough is enough. And I made a decision to take responsibility for the outcome happening or not happening. And at that moment I made that decision, I sat down at my computer and I started to write. And I wrote the introductory chapter, which is called The $1 Million Question. And then I started to write every day, half an hour, 45 minutes. And I did that for 6 months. And then as soon as I finished writing it, I didn't put it on the shelf. I got it proofread and I published it. And I'm really proud to say that this week my 3rd book, Super Secrets of the Successful First-Time Job Seeker, is published. And this is to help young people navigate the job market successfully when they leave school, college, or university. So I'll put a link to that under the video. And I spend most of my time working with senior executives or those mid-career on a one-to-one basis. But I fully recognise that the executives of tomorrow the young people of today. So really wanted to write this book, get this book out there. So if you're watching and you think this book could help you, or you know somebody that you think could benefit, please share this video with them, or the link that I'll put in below in the box below with them. That will be much appreciated. So that's really it for today. As always, a call out if you have a question, a query, something you want to know about the job market. You're not quite sure how to approach something in your future, whether it be job market or even business, then drop me a note in the comments box and I'll come back to you personally. If you'd like to find out more information about Career Codex, please visit careercodex.com. And also, if you'd like to connect on LinkedIn and give me some feedback directly, that would be fantastic. My LinkedIn username is Simon Gray ACA. That's Gray with an A, ACA. And anyone who connects to me and sends me a message, you'll get a personal response back. So thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.